here, beloved, it is imperative that we do like what the Word says. See, Hebrews 12:1 said that we must lay aside every weight and every sin which so easily beset us, which means that whatever weighed us down in 2010, we need to get rid of it. We need to release it. Whatever tried to steal our joy, we need to get rid of it. Whatever we've been dealing with or toiling with, we need to get rid of it. Because we don't want to drag any baggage into 2011. We don't want to drag any heavy burdens into 2011. Because we understand that we cannot go forward looking in the rear view mirror. Now, as we begin the journey in 2011, it is also imperative that we look past yesterday's pain, yesterday's tears, and yesterday's fears. Can I help you today? Yesterday's people will keep you stuck in your past. Today's people will keep you stuck in today and don't want to let you go any further. And future people will see where God wants you to be and help you get to where God wants you to be. Somebody say that those kind of people are the wind beneath your wings. And for this year, I got to do this. For this year, you must understand that the people who walked away from you, you need to let them go. Now listen, don't try to talk another person into staying with you and loving you and calling you and caring about you and coming to see about you. You need to let them go. See, your destiny is never tied to people who left you. Because 1 John 2 said that there were some folks who left us, and they left us because they were not a part of us. See, people leave you because they are not joined to you. And if they are not joined to you, you can't make them stay. You got to let them go. Oh, God. It doesn't mean that they are a bad person. It means that their part in your life story is over. Yeah, it means that their season is over. Let me put a point right here, because some of us got to understand the seasons that people operate in, because there are moment people, minute people, and there are eternal people. Now the moment people are there just for a moment and they're gone. All right. They just want to be there just for a little something, then they're gone. And then see, sometimes we try to hold on to folk who are only supposed to be in our life for a moment, only supposed to be in our life just to point the way somewhere. But see, sometimes we fall in love with moment people, and God is saying, let moment people go, because they're not in your life forever. But then you got minute people. Minute people are in your life just for a little while to help you get to the next level. You cannot fall in love with many people because they're only in your life for a minute. And then you got eternal people. Eternal people will be there for the long haul. Even when you slip up and mess up, the eternal people will be right there. Eternal people are people like your parents and your spouse. Some people are, oh God, and help me, I got to preach this like I feel it. Because some folk have a good spouse and you messing over your spouse. Some people have good parents and you're hurting your parents. And God told me to tell you for 2011, it's time for you to stop that mess. And you let that mess go because you got the best that God gave you. So the word is saying we need to let some things go. Because see, believers, we got to understand that we've got to have the 10th gift, which is a spiritual gift, to say,